If you had to convince someone to watch his first MMA fight on Saturday, what would you tell him?
I would tell him to prepare for the most exciting sporting event you've ever been to in your life. It's going to be fireworks.
And can you introduce yourself for the French people?
Bonjour. My name is, je m'appelle Kamaru Usman, and, former and soon to be again the welterweight champion of the world.
What a shocking moment this knockout from Edwards in August. Can you tell us how did you feel this moment?
Oh, I mean, it was a shocking moment, but of course, a little bit disappointed at the end because I prepare to win. I go to win. Each and every event, each and every fight, I come to win. And so that night I didn't win. So, of course, a little bit disappointed. But, in my mind, there was no doubt who the better mixed martial artist was.
And you said in Joe Rogan's podcast that Leon made you sleep 20 minutes and that you woke up in an ambulance with people asking you if you knew where you were.
No,
What really happened?
no, Leon did not make me sleep for 20 minutes. I was out for maybe like 30 seconds. Even when I was out in the octagon, I was unconscious, but I was still there. My eyes were open. I was there. He didn't make me sleep for 20 minutes. I said, as far as memory, recalling what was going on, I wasn't with it for almost like 20 minutes. And what happens? When we train, we get hurt and rocked in training, but it happens. And that's what makes us, making me a champ. That's what makes me a champion. It's my ability to, get over that and come back.
And how do you recover from a knockout like that? Mentally and
Yeah, you just get back to it. I've lost before. It's not my first loss. And we all saw what happened after that first loss. I went on a tear. I think it's 18 fights, 19 fight win streak. So, hey, I think he just woke up something or someone. A lion that was sleeping in the corner, he just poked it.
And what have you done, since that defeat?
Since that defeat, just really taking time. The biggest thing, and I've mentioned something of the sort of it being kind of a relief. And when I say relief, I mean it calms down the noise that's associated with being a champion. Everybody wants to be, near greatness and pull you this way and that way and do this media and that media. It just kind of silenced all of that, which is great because that was the time that I appreciated the most about this journey. So yeah, it silenced all that. So now I can just get back to building. And I have been doing that.
Yeah, so it didn't really affect you like negatively, right?
No, I mean, you included, everyone in the world. How many people believe that Leon is a better mixed martial artist than me? Yeah, so it didn't affect me mentally. It's just a little bit of an error, and I just have to clean up that technique and make sure that doesn't happen again.
Yeah, and you think that you were dominating that's right. Do you think that this head kick was like lucky from him?
Well, for me, lucky is when an opportunity meets the preparation. I think he definitely trains that. That's one of his main weapons is the left kick, whether it's to the body, the leg, or the head. And so I think he definitely has trained that before, and I just gave him the opportunity to be able to land it. So, yeah, if you want to say that, you can say that. But, it was a great technique that he throws. It was a beautiful technique. Even I saw it, and I was like, damn, that was beautiful. So, my job is just to go in there, correct those mistakes, and make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah, so I guess it's impossible for you like to have this kind of ending on Saturday.
Yeah, no, of course, I'm going to be mindful. If you know someone is a good boxer, you're going to want to stay away from their hands, all right? So I'm just going to be mindful of that technique and just show him that I'm just better than him.
Does that motivate you even more to finish it?
Absolutely. It's a big motivation. I've been saying all week, I'm getting this feeling of violence. And the last time I felt that was April 2021 in Jacksonville, Florida. And we saw what happened and how that fight finished. So, I just have to go out there, do my job, and be the violent Usman that I am.
And how do you see this fight going?
I think I'll take whatever he gives me. If he gives me his neck, I'm going to choke him. But I'm feeling violent. Like I've said, I've felt violent 3 times in my career. I fought Sergio Moraes. I fought Kobe Covington the first time. and I felt violent when I fought Jorge Masvidal the second time. And this fight is giving me that feeling to where I feel violent. When I feel violent, I want to hit something. And usually when I hit something or somebody, they fall.
So maybe a knockout, right?
You can believe that.
When you have been like number one pound for pound for such a long time as you, how does it feel to see like the ranking evolving?
I mean, it feels good, but I don't really pay attention to them, because they change. It's time, everything changes. The best soccer player in the world is not still, 20 years ago is not still the best soccer player in the world now, or football player in the world now. And so things change, times evolve, and that's just the times that we're in. So those rankings are going to continue to change, and that's that.
So you don't focusing on taking back?
No, I don't focus on the rankings at all. I just need to do my job in the time, in the era, and the place that I'm in.
Okay. Back in the day, there were like 3 African champions. You were this and Ghana. Now, no more. Okay. How it's important for you to represent Africa and to become champion to represent this country?
I mean, representation is very, very important, and I've already shown that. We've been champion. That's a moment in time that can't be taken away, ever. When people look at who's the first African champion, they know. And who's the first 3 African champions, they know. That's never going to be taken away. Times change, and people, we evolve. And so we're not dwelling on the past. We're looking forward to the future. And so, now there's an opportunity for who's the first 2-time UFC champion. So, hey.
And if you take back this belt on Saturday, do you think it's possible, like, for you to defend it in Africa, or the process happens in the?
I think anything is possible, but it's just a lot of logistic that goes with making something like that happen. And I've started to, kind of set the groundwork for the UFC to be able to come in to Nigeria and do an event. There's definitely, the possibility of an event in Africa. Africa is such a big continent. You can pick anywhere you want to do an event. But as far as it being done in Nigeria, I've already kind of started that groundwork, so they can just slide in there smoothly and run an event, hopefully, while I'm still competing.
What do you plan to do after this match? Becoming maybe double champion?
Oh, becoming champion again? I don't know. I have to go back and talk to my team, talk to my coaches, my manager, and decide. I don't know.
And there is like a new rising generation in the welterweight division. Are you afraid like they pass by you?
Oh, the new generation?
We got Shimane in the welterweight.
Yeah, but I think there's still a good separation, and it is what it is. My job is to be champ. My job is to work as hard as I've always worked and be as successful as I've always been. And so when I feel like that's not the case anymore, then I'll walk away from the sport. I don't need to hang around more than I need to because I've already done everything there is to do in the sport.
2 weeks ago in Vegas, our French fighter Cyril lost against John Jones.
Yeah.
Can you tell us about your feelings about this fight?
Yeah, I mean, it was a very surprising fight. I expected more of a fight than that, because Cyril Gane is someone that's very talented, very skillful fighter. I like him. And, I also like John Jones, and John Jones is a great competitor. And John Jones went out there and got the job done.
Now I'm going to show you a video. We have a French fighter called Seb Doumbé.
Okay.
Over 70 win in kickboxing, and he was like multiple-time world champion in Glory.
Yes.
And he is turning into MMA, and he thinks he beats you, and he called you out.
Oh, he called me out?
Yeah, I'm going to show you the video.
Okay. How many MMA fights does he have?
4-0, but it's 4-0.
4-0.
But he's doing like his transition.
Yeah. Oh, so he's not really fighting.
No, now he's like in MMA.
Yeah.
MMA.
Yeah.
After being world champion in Glory.
Yeah. Oh, but he's fighting the top 5 in the world in the UFC. Bellator.
MMA,
One FC.
French organization.
Oh, so the small shows. Okay. All right. I like him though. I think I've seen him fight as a kickboxer. Yeah, he's a good kickboxer. Where's he from? Africa, right? Somewhere in Africa, but France. Cameroonian. Oh, yeah. My brother. You know what brothers do. Brothers need to talk. They go in the back and talk. So if he need to talk to me, he know where I'm at.